I heard that you said Rocky couldn't have existed without Carl Weathers,
No.
right?
Carl Weathers was such an integral part of my life, my success, everything about it. I give him incredible credit and kudos because when he walked into that room and I saw him for the first time, I saw greatness, but I didn't realize how great. I never could have accomplished what we did with Rocky without him. He was absolutely brilliant. His voice, his size, his power, his athletic ability, but more importantly, his heart, his soul. It's a horrible loss. And I'm standing here in front of this painting because it was probably the last moment we were ever in the ring together, and I'll never forget it. He was magic. And I was so fortunate to be part of his life. So, Apollo, keep punching.
Sylvester Stallone said the character Rocky would never be there without the versatile NFL player turned actor Carl Weathers. That's because he brought Apollo Creed to life in the Rocky series, creating one of cinematic history's most iconic and unforgettable characters. Apollo wasn't just a fighter. He was a symbol of charisma and a force that defined the emotional and competitive spirit of the franchise. Weathers' electrifying performance ensured Apollo wasn't merely Rocky's opponent. He was the heart of the rivalry and friendship that made the series legendary. Apollo Creed bursts onto the screen as the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. His personality is magnetic, drawing comparisons to real-life legends like Muhammad Ali. With his flashy entrances, razor-sharp wit, and articulate speeches, Apollo is a showman, confident to the point of arrogance but undeniably compelling. However, this powerful actor is no longer among us, and Sylvester Stallone feels totally broken, saying he still chokes up on this horrible loss. But who actually was Carl Weathers? In this video, let's know about his tragic death and how great an actor and a person he was. Let's get started. When Sylvester Stallone shared the devastating news of Carl Weathers' passing, his voice carried the weight of a loss too personal to fully articulate. On February 8th, Stallone admitted the news left him feeling numb as he reflected on the life and legacy of his co-star and dear friend. "It still chokes me up," Stallone confessed, his emotions raw and heartfelt. "I saw him as Superman. He really was. He had the voice, the talent, the humor. He had it all. I couldn't have made it without him."
It really was. I mean, it still chokes me up. I was numb to the fact because I saw him as Superman. He really was. He had the voice, the talent, the humor. He had it all. So I couldn't have made it without him because he just brought that element. We got off to such a rocky start because when he came in and he auditioned with me, he goes, "Where's the real actor? I can't read with the office guy." I go, "Well, time out."
Yeah.
I said, "He's so arrogant. I love this guy."
It's working for him. Yeah. Well, I know your heart is so much with him and the families.
For Stallone, Carl Weathers wasn't just Apollo Creed, the iconic character who rivaled Rocky Balboa in the beloved Rocky franchise. He was the model of greatness, both on and off the screen. Their journey together began in the mid-1970s when Stallone first encountered Weathers during the audition for the role of Apollo Creed. At the time, Weathers was an ex-professional football player with a handful of minor acting credits. Despite his limited acting experience, his confidence, even arrogance, made an unforgettable impression. Weathers would go on to portray Apollo Creed in 4 Rocky films, a character whose dynamic arc would eventually culminate in his tragic death in Rocky IV. Beyond their fictional rivalry, Stallone and Weathers shared a friendship that extended far beyond the silver screen. Stallone's Instagram post in memory of his friend captured this bond beautifully. "We lost a legend yesterday," Stallone wrote in the caption of a heartfelt video. "My life was forever changed for the better the day I met Carl Weathers. Rest in power and keep punching."
It's a horrible loss. And I'm standing here in front of this painting because it was probably the last moment we were ever in the ring together, and I'll never forget it. He was magic. And I was so fortunate to be part of his life. So, Apollo, keep punching.
However, Carl Weathers' influence wasn't limited to the Rocky franchise. Over nearly 50 years, he built an inspiring career, incorporating Apollo Creed's passion and drive in every role. Reflecting on his time in the franchise, Weathers once shared with The Hollywood Reporter that he took immense pride in the films. "Those movies for me were not only interesting but always worth making, worth being a part of, and worth seeing," he said.
The series will stand out, but the episode I directed, George, is going to be the standout. Having been in this industry now as a professional for 50 years, I'm really dating myself. It is, for me, one of the best experiences I've ever had. Mainly because of the people that we're working with and because of the fan base that absolutely loves this Star Wars galaxy stuff. So when you get fans from all around the world who receive it as well as they do, come on, man, you can't wish for better.
But what's Carl Weathers' story of rising and reaching the pinnacle? He was born on January 14, 1948, in New Orleans, Louisiana, and was a man of boundless talent and charisma, transitioning from a professional athlete to a Hollywood icon. Raised as the son of a day laborer, Weathers exhibited an extraordinary drive from an early age, excelling in sports and academics. By 8th grade, he had earned an athletic scholarship to St. Augustine High School, where he showcased his versatility in boxing, football, gymnastics, judo, soccer, and wrestling. This all-around athleticism became a defining feature of his life, propelling him toward greatness. Graduating from Long Beach Poly High School in 1966, Weathers began his college football career at Long Beach City College. However, an unfortunate ankle injury sidelined him for his first season. Undeterred, he transferred to San Diego State University, where he became a standout defensive end for the San Diego State Aztecs. Under the legendary head coach Don Coryell, Weathers helped lead the team to an undefeated season in 1969, resulting in a victory at the Pasadena Bowl. The Aztecs ended the year ranked number 18 in the nation, and Weathers earned a Letterman title during his tenure. Even during the rigors of college football, his passion for acting remained strong, having performed in plays since grade school. His love for drama never waned and would later become the foundation of his second career. However, in 1970, Weathers entered the professional football world as an undrafted free agent, signing with the Oakland Raiders of the NFL. Playing as a linebacker, he contributed to the Raiders' AFC West title and their first ever AFC Championship game appearance. Despite his physical prowess, Weathers' sensitivity and strong sense of individuality didn't always align with the gritty, unforgiving culture of professional football. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos about little heard and untold news stories. Let's continue now. Raiders coach John Madden famously told him, "You're just too sensitive." Before Weathers was released in 1971, he shifted to the Canadian Football League, joining the BC Lions and playing 3 seasons. During the off-seasons, he attended San Francisco State University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in drama in 1974, signaling his transition from athlete to actor. Weathers' acting career began modestly, with small roles and extra work while he was still playing football. He made his first significant appearances in the blaxploitation films Bucktown and Friday Foster in 1975. He also guest starred in popular television series such as Good Times, Kung Fu, and Starsky and Hutch. These early roles showcased his screen presence, but were only a prelude to the breakthrough that would make him a household name. In 1976, Weathers auditioned for the role of Apollo Creed in Sylvester Stallone's Rocky. During the audition, Weathers' confidence shone through when he quipped, "I could do a lot better if you got me a real actor to work with." Not realizing Stallone was the film's writer and star. Far from being offended, Stallone saw in Weathers the perfect embodiment of Apollo Creed, an ambitious, charismatic, and bold athlete whose rivalry with Rocky Balboa would become one of cinema's most iconic storylines. Weathers played Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky films, delivering performances that blended power, charm, and emotional depth. His portrayal of Creed, particularly in the tragic Rocky IV, remains a hallmark of his legacy. Weathers' success in Rocky opened doors to a series of high-profile roles. In 1987, he starred as Colonel Al Dillon in Predator, holding his own alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in the action-packed sci-fi classic. He headlined Action Jackson, cementing his status as a leading man in the action genre. At the same time, his comedic talents began to shine. In Happy Gilmore, he played the quirky golf pro Chubbs Peterson, a role that became a fan favorite and earned him a new generation of admirers. Weathers' versatility extended beyond film. He starred in the television series Street Justice as Adam Beaudreau and played Chief Hampton Forbes in the Heat of the Night during its final seasons. His later career saw a resurgence in comedy, with a self-deprecating portrayal of himself in Arrested Development. These roles demonstrated his ability to adapt and remain relevant across decades. In 2019, Weathers joined the Star Wars universe as Greef Karga in The Mandalorian. His commanding presence and subtle performance earned him critical acclaim, and he directed 2 episodes of the series, further showcasing his behind-the-camera talents. His portrayal earned him an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series, adding another accolade to his already distinguished career. Throughout his life, Weathers maintained a deep commitment to personal growth and education. He founded Red Tight Media, a production company specializing in tactical training films for the U.S. Armed Forces, and narrated NFL Films season recaps from 1999 to 2001. Despite his professional success, Weathers faced personal challenges, including 3 marriages and subsequent divorces. In his later years, he found companionship with Christine Klugian, with whom he shared a lasting partnership. On February 2, 2024, Carl Weathers passed away peacefully at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 76, due to atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. His death marked the end of an extraordinary life, but his impact remains immortal. Tributes poured in from fans, colleagues, and institutions, including Sylvester Stallone, who called him magic and an integral part of his success. In August 2024, Weathers was posthumously honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a tribute to his contributions to entertainment and sports. Isn't it true that no one can fill the gap Carl Weathers' death has created in Hollywood? What do you think about him as a person who was an extremely humble man and a great soul? In the comment section right below, share your thoughts on Carl Weathers and his what role you love the most. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on topics that might sound controversial, mysterious, and shocking, but are profound and authentic. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.